This episode of The Young Turks is brought to you by T-Mobile. A Harris Interactive poll finds that 3% of Americans watch pornography at work.
Really?
Yeah, so they're sitting at their desk, either on their smartphone or on their desk computer. They're checking out the porn. Steve right now is pointing to both Jesus and JR. I didn't know they rolled that way, but they just got caught.
Well, that's the beauty of, see now, these young gentlemen, we grew up on different porn. Right? Now, I grew up in the 80s, and that they can watch porn anywhere. Nobody even knows. They'll be at their computer or watching on their phone, and somebody just walks in, they're like, oh, look at that guy on the computer with his pants at his ankles. What's he doing? It's nothing to it. But in the 80s, you couldn't just do that. Like, if you wanted to watch porn in the 80s, it was a big deal. First, you had to secure the area. Right? First, right? Because I had to make sure, I had to lock a few doors, make sure I had a good eye line on the street outside to see when my mom was coming in, so you don't want to get caught mid. It's very hard to climax that way. But, you brought up porn. You brought up porn.
I know, I didn't expect to hear your details, but I guess I'm enjoying them. Go ahead.
But no, because then I would have, because you were watching, you couldn't watch it on a computer. We didn't have computers or cell phones. We had to watch it on a TV with a VCR. That's right, two machines to watch porno. And you have to get a VHS tape. You know what that is? A VHS. What's that, old man?
What is VHS?
It's like the VHS tape is like a black hard it's like the size of a book.
I know what a VHS tape is.
Right? And a book is like a stack of Kindles, if you don't know. Okay, so that's anyway. And
Jimmy, I totally feel your pain because I too grew up in the 80s, and in 87, when I was a junior in high school, I cut school one day. So I could be home all alone and watch porn in peace. Because, like you said, it's so hard.
Are you serious right now?
I'm totally serious. Because there was no other way to watch it. My parents were home.
You ditched an entire day of school to watch porn? Like, you just sat there at home and watched porn?
It was the best day of the year.
That is, wow.
Let me say this about
you must have been sore the next day.
I'll say this, the computer porn, though, it's gross. I can't, it's really gross.
It's gotten very... it's gotten a lot more graphic, that's for sure.
Yeah, well, like in the 80s, like now if you watch the porn, it's just right at it. Bang, bang, they just start right away, like they're mid whatever. But in the 80s, like it was nice. Somebody knocked at the door, they came in, they had some pizza.
There was a storyline.
Maybe they fixed the TV.
Right.
You know, and then they got to know each other. But now it's just and the camera's too close.
You mean gaping holes don't turn you on?
Jimmy, we got to talk because Cenk and I had this exact same conversation. When we sign up for porn sites, theoretically, if we did, we would watch the vintage porn from the 80s because...
There's love in it.
Yeah, the modern day porn, it's just too gross. It's way too gross.
The people who made the porn in the 80s, they cared. You could see a whole woman.
Yes.
They showed the whole woman. Now it's like, is that a vagina or an armpit? What is that? I don't understand it. What am I supposed to get off? Is that an intestine? I like to look at a woman's ass. I don't need to see where it's making the shit, okay? Pull back on the camera. Pull back. Too close.
T-Mobile's great selection of tablets, laptop sticks, and their new mobile hotspot allows you to stay connected to the internet on the go. Affordable high-speed internet when and where you want it, without the overages. Mobile broadband data plans start as low as $29.99 a month, and current T-Mobile voice customers save an additional 20%. Create your own personal hotspot on the go with T-Mobile 4G mobile hotspot. Get high-speed internet on up to 5 Wi-Fi devices, laptops, tablets, music players, gaming devices, and more. 4G capable with speeds up to 21 megabits. With the mobile hotspot from T-Mobile, you can share the power of America's largest 4G network. With devices like this, you can use T-Mobile's high-speed internet on the go.